So hi, Sarah. My name is Chloe and I'm from Lumos Learning. And we just wanted to kind of hear more about how you have been using our book. Um, I just want to ask where you are from.
We are in Indiana.
Indiana. Nice. And how many kids do you have?
I have 4.
And how many are using our book right now?
Just one. I'm using your book with my oldest.
How old are they? Like what grade are they going
She
into?
she will be going into 3rd grade.
So did you purchase our 2nd to 3rd Summer Learning book?
I actually purchased the 3rd to 4th.
Okay. And how did you hear about us?
I actually I have a friend who purchased your book too. Our daughters are in class together, and she did a lot of research and felt confident that the 3rd to 4th version of your book would be a good fit for where our kids were academically ending the year.
Were your expectations met or exceeded while using our book?
Yes, I wasn't sure since she seemed to do the research. I wasn't sure exactly what to expect, but it was on par with how challenging I thought it should be for her going into
Mm-hmm.
3rd, and the I guess opportunity for her to work herself through it and be kind of a self-starter through the process was what I was expecting after reading about the book. So.
How effective do you think our book has been? Whether it has been refreshing kind of what she has learned the last, just during the school year, or has it been teaching her new skills?
I think it's been effective in for her taking the concepts or the skills that they've been working on and just continuing them through the summer, and similar to how her classroom, what they focused on. So focusing on the vocabulary or reading comprehension and having to answer questions. I think that the focus areas have been really in line with what she was doing in the classroom. And I like the diary concept too, letting them have some free writing and creativity.
Since we're on kind of what you like about it, just besides the diary, is there anything else that sticks out to you about the book or makes us different?
One of the things I wasn't really looking for in a book, but I have come to like about your book is that the weeks are formatted, by week, first of all, but also day 1, day 2. And so she can get started on her own. She can keep her place really well. She can look ahead and know what's expected for her of a certain day. It's not a big deal if we're outside all day one day and the next day she wants to do 2 days. It's still doable. It's not too much, but that at the end of the week she can look back and say, okay, did I get all of my days in? Have I gotten online to do the online components, and really manage herself that way without me like tearing pages out of a workbook and saying, here's week 1, this is your packet for the week. She really, I think, feels like she has more control over what her work is to be done. And I think that that's a good skill, aside from all the academic components, but just even self-management that they're learning with just the way the book's formatted.
So how long does it normally take your daughter to use, to do a daily task, like like the portion of the book?
A daily portion of the book, I don't know, it kind of just depends if she's going to hop online right away. If she's just
Hmm.
doing the book, maybe 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer if there's more reading. Um, it I think it kind of depends on her too, and if she's really interested in getting done quickly or if she's going to take her time. But it hasn't seemed, I guess, an excessive amount of time. It's been just a good amount of time for us, for her to, so maybe 30 to 45 minutes to complete all the components of it, which is what I was hoping for something for the summer.
How long does it normally take her to do the online portion?
Um, I'm not sure exactly. I don't think it takes her very long. I think, oh, obviously she can spend more time in the diary if she wants to. Um, but maybe an additional 15 minutes for.
What exactly does your daughter like about the diary section? Or you do? No.
I just like that it's a way for her to write about whatever she wants. We're not on our, it's also something we're not doing. We're not journaling or doing something else on our own.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something different, which I think is nice. So she might feel like writing in it and talking about her day or her summer or the week or the lesson or something that's going on, or she may not, which is, I'm good with either way. So it just gives her an opportunity, and it's not something we're also doing as a family.
Well, that's great to hear. Um, how does your daughter like the fun activities at the back? Well, at the end of every week, has it been a distraction? Have you guys worked on it together?
She We haven't done all the activities at the end. It just kind of depends on if we've had a week where we've kept on track, or maybe she's trying to catch up at the end of the week, then she might skip part of the activity, or we might quickly go through something together, or she just does it on her own, that kind of stuff. I don't think she minds that it's a part of it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think that I don't think it's a distraction. I think she kind of sees it as something she can spend time on, or if she doesn't really want to, then she just doesn't. But it's not something that is making a big impact either way.
Okay. So if you could see something changed or improved, what would it be? Whether it's maybe on the online portion or the workbook?
Gosh, I hadn't thought about that. Honestly, I think they're both really user friendly for her. I don't, in this may happen, but maybe, and this may be more for me than her, but our expectations of improvement over the weeks. So I know that for the online, like they're being graded.
Mm-hmm.
And so she can see, on week 1, what her overall percentage was, and week 2. But as a parent, if we should, things we should be paying attention to, or if they are something that should gradually increase or build upon each other over the weeks, so that we get to the end of the summer,
Mm-hmm.
what we should have seen. It may not be able to be that specific per student, obviously. But I honestly, I think it's probably what she would expect. And I think even though I chose the third to fourth, we're only going into third, and the online components are easy for her to figure out. It's easy for her to find her way. I think the little assistant that pops up, like that little chat box, is helpful. She hasn't needed much direction, so I find that as a positive component of something for her to do this summer.
For the online portion, how has it been, like accessing just kind of the different portals?
It's been okay. So I got her on on her Chromebook. I logged in, I made a shortcut at the top of Chrome, so she can just go right to that shortcut, right to that bookmark and open it, and she without any problem.
Have you tried the parent portal?
I did at the very beginning setting her up. I haven't spent much time in there.
Because actually on the parent portal, you can see how many questions your daughter is getting right, like throughout the weeks, which questions exactly she is getting wrong, and kind of the progress over the weeks of it. Yeah.
Okay.
And lastly, just what would you say about your overall experience with our workbook with Lumos Learning?
I think it's been good. I am pleased with it. I would do it, moving forward, assuming, trying again like in the next year, going from the fourth to fifth, or seeing if we can continue using the book that's kind of a grade ahead, just based on her academic status kind of at the end of the year. And I'm glad to have found the resource, and then hopefully it'll be a good fit as our other kids get older too, when they can kind of be working similar formats. Because I think, do you guys have a kindergarten to first?
We do not. So we actually have.
That's why I didn't get yours for my son. Okay, because I looked for it thinking, because he'll go into first. And couldn't find it. So I'll be looking for then the appropriate resource for him next year.
So we go from second grade all the way up to ninth grade.
Okay.
Yes. And all of them has an online portion attached to our workbooks.
Okay.
Yes. Well, thank you, Sara, for just sharing and just telling us more about your experience. It has just been a great conversation, and just thank you for sharing.